That was my stomach. I hope you didn't hear it. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm about to be live again. Uh, uh. Okay, I'm opening up Discord. Ooh. 1 minute. 1 minute. Oh my god. I'm spamming every single thing that I have with me being here. I don't care. I'm spamming every single thing that I have with me being here. I don't care. Oh my god, I listened to myself. That is atrocious. I hate it. I'm spamming every single thing that I have with me being here. I don't care. Oh my god, I listened to myself. That is atrocious. I hate it. I'm spamming every single thing that I have with me being here. I don't care. Oh my god, I listened to myself. That is atrocious. I hate it. I'm spamming every single thing that I have with wow. Me being here. Okay. I don't care. At least do you hear me, guys? Oh my god, I listened to myself. That is atrocious. I hate it. I don't know. Oh my god, three, two, one. Let's let's hope that it works. I'm here. Okay, well, let's do a thing. Let's just start like this and hope that it works. If it doesn't work, I try and I close Photoshop. Or I have another idea, but um, I sincerely do not want to do it because it's basically doing PNG tuber because I have one. It's super cute and it's like it's so cute, but also at the same time, I love my VTuber model. It's like it's cute. My VTuber model is cute, and I want to use it. It's okay. It's okay though. Let just me know if you can hear me and you can see me, and it's like I'm here. That's all that matters to me right now. Oh my god! Hi, hi pizza. Hi, how are you? Today I was like sincerely hyped to do the streaming, but at the same time I I was super nervous because it's all about um trying your best to constantly keep up with things and really thinking about interesting things. The thing is, I'm not interesting, so yeah, whatever. I'm gonna try to make it entertaining, even though I'm absolutely awkward. You can probably hear my brother having a blast. 1 second. Okay. Well, okay. I closed the door because, like, I don't know why, but my brother is having a blast right now. He's laughing so hard, and I wanna know why, but at the same time, I don't. Like I'm here. I'm having a good time right now. So I'm just happy that he's having a good time too. And that's it. Yeah, I'm glad you're good. Yeah. Thank you so much for making it here. I'm just stoked that I'm able to stream again because the last year it was super rough to arrange it, and so being able to just say, you know what, fuck it, today I'm streaming and I'm making time and everything is just super interesting. Yeah, yeah. It's just so beautiful. I really enjoy it. Also, today I want to do corpse Valorant drawing, and so oh my god. Um, like by the way, I listen to chat, like I see chat, and I listen to my own self after a ton of time. Like I hear myself after a ton of time. Oh my god! Hi Ash, hi sweetheart. But yeah, it's super delayed. Like I don't know what to do. But yeah, like I hear you, I see you, and then after 5 minutes, it comes my voice into my microphone, and I'm late. It's so awkward. I'm so sorry. But like I see you in real time, okay? I'm doing my best to try to have chat. Oh my god, there was an alert. Who was it? But yeah. Oh my god, that is super like that's so early. Oh my god. Thank you so much for making it here. I am super grateful for being able to just be here and thank you so much for making it sincerely. I deeply appreciate to be part of your morning. Like morning is super important to me, so I'm so glad that I'm get to be part of your morning. I'm stoked. I'm happy. I'm hyped. I'm just super happy. Yeah, because like my mornings take a ton of time. I do my best to just since I wake up so early. Okay, I literally wake up around 5:30 or 6, and so I always try to do my best to really take my time and enjoy my coffee, make it how I want it, how I think that is going to be the most energetic for me because you know you need that coffee. And so yeah, I just need that moment, and I'm so grateful that I get to be part of your morning because for me morning is a sacred moment. So yeah, really. Also in the morning it's when I usually have the best ideas. Like when I'm there completely destroyed by life at 6 a.m. I look like a gremlin. I have my hair that is a mess. I'm making my oh my god, you wake up since 5 a.m. Yeah, 5 a.m. fam here too. High five. So yeah, I look like a gremlin, and then boom, I have all of my ideas right there and there. It's so beautiful, and I love that moment of quiet and of just pure calm. Me and my coffee brainstorming basically. We brainstorm together, and it's always absolutely beautiful. Um, I just enjoy the fact that it's super quiet and it's just me and my thoughts. It should not be nice, just me and my thoughts, but it's nice. I find it calming, okay? But yeah, just let me know how are you feeling, guys? Because I'm so glad that like you are here, and so I'm a golden retriever. Okay, I'm just bouncing around. I like you can literally see my model just going bouncy, bouncy, bouncy because it's literally me just being super hyped. And I love people. I love this thing. I'm so happy. Um, so yeah. By the way, I love to do now since I know that my voice is super delayed. I just like to turn my headphone towards like right now it's towards like the hard part. That's the one that it doesn't sound like it's the external part. It's against actually my ear, so I don't hear myself being delayed because I get distracted if somebody is talking up on me. And sometimes now I just to like to turn my headphones in and re-listen to myself and just know where I'm at right now in the storyline. Okay, I'm pretty delayed, but I could have been really, really worse. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too hard. But yeah, today, in case I have a plan B, because you know me, I think about listen. I make plan Bs for everything and anything, and I make a plan B also for today in case everything comes crashing down. Because, you know, I don't have a very powerful laptop, so I really need to think about it and think about what can work with my laptop and what can't. So yeah, I met Dinkai's PNG tuber this morning, and in case we use that, in case I have to like switch things up, you know, and my laptop seems like it's going to outer space, you know, because every single time I try to load something that is a little bit heavy duty, like let's just think Photoshop plus OBS, that is like the recording software. It it seems like it's going to outer space. It just goes, and so it's like, okay, girl, you do you. Please don't destroy yourself. Because really it's like it's like it's working multiple hours. I love my computer. I understand that it's actually meant for editing, but I don't care, you know, it's meant for text editing. I use it to game. He's doing his best, okay? He's working extra shifts. He's an art worker and we love him and appreciate him for the service that he does. Yeah, I deeply appreciate my laptop, even though it's a potato laptop. And I deeply recognize myself in my potato laptop because I'm a potato too. We're all potatoes in the end. We love potatoes, we're all potatoes. So, yeah, then. Oh my god. Well, I think that since it's been 50 minutes, maybe we can move on to simply drawing, hoping that my laptop is not going to explode. Because, like, okay, while I hope for the best and do this transition very professionally, okay, it's kind of working. My model stopped working. It's like frozen. Okay, yeah, my model is frozen. Perfect. So we are doing plan B. Give me a second. Because I see my model not working while Capamon is just doing his best. So yeah. Also, yeah. Okay, yeah. For a second, I was like, okay, chat is not going, and then I remembered, oh wait, it's my potato laptop. Because for a second, I was like, I was just seeing Ash hello OL, and then I was like, wait a second, there was more. Why it's not charging? And so yeah, now we are here. We're here, and the plan B is basically using a PNG tuber that I made in case I I just winged it. Okay, so don't judge. No judgment. And I just hope it works because you have to know basically if you don't know anything about VTubers or PNG tubers and everything. So VTubers use face tracking. They're made of multiple levels that work together to create the illusion of having a tree, okay, or just dynamic and physics. You know, being super bouncy, having flowy hair, blah 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 blah. Whilst Video Tube Mini, so PNG tubing, it's basically having flat images that react to only sound. So it's basically the software is not face tracking you, it's not moving in and rendering the various physics in real time with you and your model. Rather, it's just calculating the frequencies, just seeing that you are talking, and it's just doing its thing. And I tried this morning, and it's actually really, really nice to set up. It's really, really quick. So I deeply appreciated it. Of course, YouTube came in my saving because if you don't use YouTube for tutorials, what are you using it for? Side eye. Like YouTube saves lives, and we all know it. So okay, one second. I need to switch, do a good old switcheroo. So if you do not mind, I'm gonna just do very quick standby screen. One second. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just switching between face tracking softwares and um various devices. And I'm a mess, but we are going to do it. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Let's hope everything goes well. And it's the first time that I actually load this in, like for streaming and everything, but should be working, I think. No, it's not working. Why? Okay. Now it's good. Now it's good. Yeah. So yeah, say hi to me being short haired. So yeah, basically it's the concept was what if my model was not fancy and rather a very super chill and comfy version of itself. So you know when like um you have makeup on and you're dressed to the nines, that is my main model, the one with a ton of layers and the flowy dress and the long, how are they called? English. English. This is the problem when you're bilingual and you forget your own languages. Capelli, hair. Okay, with long legs. Why long legs? Legs aren't on the head. Seth, you can do this. Okay, we've talked about it. Okay. Oh my god. Like sometimes I just want to talk to my own brain cell and just tell them, okay, I know we're short staffed. You're just one. One brain cell can do so much. But please, we need to get this through. So, the one with the long hair and everything is like dressed to the nines and super fancy, whilst this one is just when you remove makeup and you're just trying to have a good time and then be chill. Because in the end, what I care about is you being able to see me drawing and render, not much about how I look like. It's all my number one priority is always going to be my artwork, never um like never how I look, never how I'm perceived. I don't care. Like I'm a purple being. Come on. Okay. 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 I'm just removing my phone. Okay. Basically, I love how I just waited to catch up with how what I'm saying in the main thing because like I needed to know where I was. Oh my god. Okay, so Photoshop is hyper delayed. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's so freaking delayed. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so delayed. Like, wow. Just wow, wow, wow. Okay, I'm gonna try to take these windows down, maybe remove this. And just having maybe this. Okay. No, wait, I need chat. Where are you, chat? Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just removing a couple of, just tabbing, I'm just taking some tabs out, and then I was like, oh wait, I need chat. I need chat. I need you guys. You can tell I'm a newbie at streaming because like I do these kind of mistakes. But yeah, oh my gosh. Photoshop is hyper delayed, and so I basically just draw and then I don't see where I am. Basically, like what you see on the screen, I've already done like 5 minutes after. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a beautiful challenge though, because it really pushes you to think about what you're doing and what strokes you're using. Yeah, definitely. It feels like going back when I was doing traditional, or at least the first time that I was like doing digital for the first time. And it was always like this because my computer, of course, it's a little bit of a potato. And so, yeah, why the have do I have these extra lines here? Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna just switch really quickly to me talking hi and restart Photoshop in the hopes that it's going to work a little bit better, maybe because it needs readjustment. But yeah, it's please laptop. Please laptop, stay with me. But yeah, I'm not surprised nor concerned because I'm literally used to it because example. Yesterday, it was the first time that we opened Unreal. It was the first lesson of this semester because university has started, and the teacher was like, "Okay, we are opening Unreal," and I was like, "Okay, sure. I'm at work, so I'll be in and out. No worries, absolutely no worries. We're here." So you do you. Like, you go, girl, go get that bag. I'm here to entertain you and to have a good time. Okay, whenever you can. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, no worries. And so I say, the teacher was like, okay, we have to use a reel, and I said, okay, whatever. I'm just download and put it. And then my laptop, downloaded it, and then I there was a launcher. You just don't open it immediately the app. You have a launcher and then you open the app. And like I double clicked the launcher and my computer went black. Like black. It didn't even try. It didn't even try to open the launcher. Not even like imagine if it was the real thing. Like just the launcher. It was like no, just no. So, whatever. So I'm not really surprised. Um, Photoshop is one of those things that I have a love and hate with this PC. I have regressed one one version, so I'm using still the 23 version, not the 24. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. I'm used to work with my laptop, and so Like we just work together, we are good. After a while you are used to certain things and certain behavior of your workstation, and so I'm not surprised. I know how to work around it. Sometimes rebooting Photoshop is all it needs. So I'm gonna just try to like check if everything is currently going a little bit better. So far so good. So far so good, yeah. It's a little late, but uh, could be worse. Could be worse. Like before. So I'm not really that concerned really. It's um it's something that happens sometimes whenever I open up certain things that are a little bit more heavy duty, and I'm okay with it. Like, it's part of the process, it's part of the thing. I'm just take my time then. Whenever it happens, I just take my time because it means that I will need more time to do my strokes and really thinking about what I'm doing. Really making sure. What the heck, bro? Okay, 1 second. Basically, what it just did was instead of canceling, it was fighting. I was like, what the heck? So yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Please Photoshop. Okay, try number two. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I really need to really think about my strokes and everything. And what I really hate whenever this happens is that you have to like memorize where you are, and I hate it. But yeah, because I don't know if you see it in real time. I don't think you are. Yeah, you're not. You're not seeing it in real time. Because I see what the chat is seeing and it's like atrocious. Oh my god. The quality. It's so poor. But yeah, I think it's just hold up. I I want to test a theory now. I want to test a theory. Wait. Okay. What if okay, if it works now, I scream. It just improves significantly. Okay, so basically what I did was to open slightly the behind me. There is the door of the room. Okay, I slightly opened it and basically immediately improved the quality of like like the the pace. That's the word. The pace of everything. And I was like, like I've been struggling here for the last 13 minutes because it's not working and it was just a freaking door. Okay, whatever. But yeah, okay. It's very, very fine. I'm not that mad at it. Wish it was less of a line because I usually prefer to not have these fine lines in my artworks. they're hard to work with. But yeah, it's interesting how the program and what the program is trying to render. But yeah, it's super weird. It's super freaking weird. Also, I don't know why there is this line here, up here. Why you? Why are you here? I can't believe. Did you just see this? Oh my goodness. Basically, I'm like pressing the eraser and it wrote the heck? Photoscopy. Photoscopy. Dear Photoscopy. Please, please be kind to me. I'm kind to you. I mean, no, I'm not kind to you. I'm pretty mean. But, like, please. But yeah, it's it it's not stream of mine if it's not scuffed, I think. So we are good. Yeah, what I hate the most right now is these lines here. They're super. Okay. I will just let that be for a second. Like, let's see how it renders out. That was so. I'm crying. I'm crying. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm used to my own computer, so like it needs to do something else to make me cry. But yeah, it's more of a oh, come on, please, please work. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Um, I'm not surprised nor phased by something like this. It's super fine lines though, and it's like okay, I am not mad. I don't like fine lines in my artwork, but not completely mad. I'm trying to zoom out. Let's see if it does. Okay, okay. Now it's moving. Perfect. I okay. You can immediately tell when I start drawing and when I can because I go silent. My friends always poke fun at me whenever I start drawing. I'm super silent, and it's true. I do it, but it's unconscious. Sincerely speaking, like I don't know I am silent. Um, because to me it's something that is like super normal to just stay in silence for a while and just do my thing. But yeah, um, it's they always poke fun at me because whenever we try to collaborate, they're like, "Okay, so what do you think about it?" And I'm like, I'm there in silence, like, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna switch quickly to chatting so that maybe I can slightly, slightly just fix because whenever it's not streaming the thing, it's not that bad. Um, like I don't know, off screen it's doing a little bit better. It's like okay, no, I'm not streaming this, so it's working. So I'm quickly doing the hand with the pistol so I can just do this quickly. So at least we have a decent quote unquote line art. I'm stoked. Anywho, because it just did basically two lines randomly on its own, and I was like, what the heck, dude? Where, from where? From where are you taking these lines? But yeah, the line weight is atrocious. I think that I will be just um doing this today. Unfortunately, I'm super sorry, but I can't stream this because it's like, oh, it's so bad. So yeah, you're stuck with my atrocious sense of humor. So and nothing else. I'm just kidding. No, but sincerely, I'm just trying to fix this line weight right now, like off screen as we're speaking. But it's just so bad. It's just so bad because I'm really trying to just make this thing work. Also, I just realized that from the references that I gathered, because this is basically corpse and like in a Valo, um, I don't want to say costume. It's more like a mashup between corpse and Valo character design that I completely forgot the name of. The one that he streams constantly, that guy. And so I wanted to do like a mashup between the two of them, and so I still want to do it. But since line art is super important to me because I need super good line weight because I based everything on that. I sincerely apologize, but I need to make this when it's not absolutely destroyed. So I will be updating. Basically, as I speak, I just try to fix it as much as possible off screen that it works because it works a little bit better off screen. But yeah, I'm just trying. I'm trying. And like I hate whenever this happens to Loki, but at the same time, as I said, we gotta just work with it. Ba, 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 ba. Adding some just like couple of lines here so that it ties everything together pretty much. And also I'm adding some, okay, I added some lines to just resemble where I need to put a ring, basically what I need to do. Yeah, basically this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so yeah, I think it's pretty cute. And I need to now merge it with this character. Hold up, let me show you this guy right here. That's why I decided to just shave part of his hair, because this character has very, very short hair, but I still wanted to convey the fluffy hair, and so I decided to incorporate it by shaving one side that is, of course, facing the camera, so it's easier to read, so that you have that sort of part of the character design that is there, and then I'm afraid I might have to sacrifice a little bit of his necklace and his tie. I need to definitely bring the part of the color of the shirt of corpse definitely upper to match the tie and the necklace. But for the rest, I think this is the pose, and then I need to. Oh my god, yes! I just noticed that this character has gloves. I constantly forget about character details, so okay, I'm adding the gloves. I don't know, should I add also the glasses or no? Let me know. Should I add? Should I add it? Should I add it? Should I add? Or not? Okay. But yeah, basically I am just sketching really, really quickly because I I used to do very clean lines and really getting all the details possible in the line work and really trying to read the most. But by doing a ton of artworks lately, I sketch quickly and then I move immediately to rendering because the most important thing to me it's recognizability, but especially that the most important details such as the face recognizability are the ones that read, not much if every single detail is being incorporated. Like I try to, of course, be as precise as possible and incorporate all details, but of course, time is everything to me. Like, of course, incorporating a ton of details takes a ton of time, and sometimes I simply do not have it. So, what my advice, sincerely, is to always take the most important things with you, such as to make the big character basically recognizable, such as I don't know these streaks of light on his hair, the color palette, and um, especially important symbols that just make you go, oh, okay, it's that character. But everything else, try to include it, but not make it the central point. Also, because most of the times, if you try to have multiple central points, you don't focus much on what is important, because let's just say, okay, this is how it's looking so far. So with this image, I'm gonna just tell you. So basically, right now, the focal point is his head, okay? Why? Because that's the most detailed part. You have all the hair strands and the hair, plus the mask and the luminous parts, okay? Whilst the part that is not in focus is the part of the arm and the chest plus the leg. So I'm not. Oh my god, thank you. So I'm having some issues with Photoshop because it's not charging properly with the live. So I basically jump between chatting and this, and I'm showing you the process basically and breaking down everything because, of course, laptop is what it is. So I was saying, basically, what you have right now that is the most detailed is his head, and so it's the focal point, whilst everything else it's not as detailed, such as the shirt. It's basically just a couple of lines because I don't want you to focus on the shirt. I don't want you to focus on the arm. I don't want you to focus on the hand and the pistol. I want you to focus on his expression, himself, what he's thinking. And so the most detailed part is always going to be the focus. And also, that's a super cool trick if you're rendering, but you don't have that much time. What you do basically is to do very precisely, or at least with as much colors as possible, the part that you want to be the focal point, and then from there adding details around, but less and less, so that when you arrive at the end of it, you basically have um, everything that is focused in one point. And so your attention goes there and everything else feels rendered, but actually, if you look closely, it isn't. But it's going to still be perceived as rendered because your focal point is rendered. And so basically your brain fills in the blanks for you. So yeah, what I do usually is that I render really, really well the faces, and to make it really recognizable also for commission work, I usually render really, really well the client face, not so much like let's just say corpse husband, because sometimes I get a lot of clients asking me for themselves and corpse husband. um so let's just say corpse, I'm not rendering it as much as the other client, um because I want the focus to be the client. The client needs to recognize himself, herself, themselves into the character that is depicted on the screen. They need to feel like, okay, yeah, that's me, whilst corpse is just there, to help sell everything. It's there to help the storytelling of the piece and really make everything tie together. Not much the central point. It's the client with the corpse husband. It's not corpse husband with the client. So yeah, that's always a super cool thing to do, and also saves time, and of course you still have that. You still have the client happy because they can recognize themselves, and that's the most important thing. You know, the most important thing is just the client finding themselves into the painting that you've just done. Not much. But yeah, I am trying to now do. Okay, I'm moving on here. Okay, I'm trying to do the coloring. Okay, yeah. Basically, since the original character in the novella, okay, has a very cool toned, so basically around the blues and the whites, color palette. I am doing a very cool toned, hi Nightline, hi, thank you so much for being here, thank you so much for making it. I'm having some problem with Photoshop, and so I do basically I update. I try to work as fast as possible off screen because Photoshop is not charging basically. And then I immediately update you all on my thought process is what I am doing here. Right now, I am talking about how the original character that I'm meshing corpse with, it's a Valorant character. Oh, Chamber, that's the name. Finally came to me. They have a super cool palette. So it's a lot of blues, a lot of grays, and so I'm incorporating that into the atmosphere of the project, and then using the contrasting colors such as yellows and reds as the points of interest, and really making it the details and the pop of color to really break the blue tones. So it's a way, another easy way to have interest and contrast in your paintings without too much effort. You basically pick one dominant color and then you use something contrasting or the opposite to really make some details and make it pop. Think about Gloomy Bear, okay? The original one. Gloomy Bear is dominant of pink, okay? And so you have a ton of pink all around it, and then you have the red, okay? And then you have the black. So what you notice is the pop of color. Okay, the pop of color is the red, and you notice it immediately, but it's always restricted to a very small amount. It's not the entire Gloomy Bear being red, but it's just a small pop of color. But it works perfectly because you focus it and it's recognizable and it just works. So yeah, what I am doing right now, it's here. It's super interesting because this is actually this brush. It's by Devinelle Kurtz, and she's an incredible artist. I deeply recommend you her work. And has released these grass pack brushes for Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint for free on Gumroad. And I immediately jumped on them because I love her work, and so I needed to get my hands on these brushes. And I'm gonna be really honest, first time that I tried it, I was not stoked with them because I did not know how to work with these kind of brushes, because it was very textured brushes, meant of course for foliage. And so I had no idea what to do because I simply did not know how to work with these textures. Whilst now I have experimented a lot with them and I don't use them anymore as foliage most of the time. Rather, I use the base of the foliage that is called color variation blocking blah, I can speak color variation blocking brush to really get in the cool tones and the colors of everything. Basically, what I am doing is to establish a main color with it and then painting the entire canvas and then building upon it with various hues and saturations of the same color. If you don't know what a hue or saturation is, basically I'm either going a little bit cooler, so a little more towards blue, or a little warmer, so more towards pink and reds, and at the same time I'm going either lighter or darker. Also, very importantly, because sometimes I just notice in a lot of people artworks, and I understand it's also a stylistic choice, but at the same time, I know it's not the best thing to do, and the utmost best practice is to add black to the shadows. Actually, what you want to do is to move either cooler or warmer based on the light. Okay, now it seems very complicated, but let me explain. So let's just do the example like here that the light is a cool tone, so it's a blue. So what you want to do is that you want to move contrary. So you go warmer, so towards red. Because so this way, not only you have more interesting shadows because you're not flattening it out with black, but rather you're also going contrary, and so you're going contrasting that. Okay, and so it just creates a lot of interest. Let me show you. And it might just make sounds a lot it's easier. Okay, let's just pick a really nice yellow. And then I'm gonna add gray. And then on the same spot, I just make it a little bit better. I don't really like this color. I made it too much. I made it too much. It's okay. Okay, perfect. And I'm making it warm. Okay. And I'm making it cooler if it's okay. Let's just check if I did everything right. If I did everything correctly. Yeah, I did. Perfect. So, I'm gonna just make it so that you notice the difference. Okay. And this is a cool. Ooh, shifted view, and I don't like it. Okay. Here, then with the warmer one. Okay. Let's just pick a color that is pretty nice. Looks. This doesn't read really well. This looks. Too. Well, this looks nice. Well, whatever. We're going to make it work. Okay. So this is example number one. Okay. Let me just. Oh, I forgot to add the. I forgot to add the sparkle in example number one. But whatever. Like it works. Anyways. So example number one is basically I just added gray. Okay, I either moved up. Hold up, you don't see this. Okay, I either moved up here or down here. Okay, I moved along this axis but keeping the color, so the outer circle the same. I did not move a single hint, like a single inch from this outer circle. I'm just moving along the triangle between black and white. So if I add just, if I want to go darker without moving the outer circle, and so either going warmer or cooler, I'm just adding straight up black or white to the same color. The thing is, as you can see, like it's a stylistic choice, I'm not bashing it, but to me, that I really, really like very vibrant colors and very, like a lot of color variation in my paintings, this feels very flat because in the end, it's the same color just with black and white. Whilst if you move the outer circle and you go warmer, as you can see immediately the hue and the color changes immediately. And so I usually go warmer so for the shadows whenever the light is cool, and so I added blue light. Right now it's done trash. This is totally trash, but it works to explain. And as you can see, it has already some interest. It looks a little bit more coherent, and same for the other one. Okay, because it just looks a little bit more interesting. It feels like, okay, the part in the shadow is like bouncing back a certain type of light. It's absorbing differently, while the first one is just very flat. It's either um it's not really shaded properly, and so it's a really easy trick to elevate everything without spending too much time. I'm all about doing this kind of tricks that help a lot. Because in the end, I'm an artist and I do commissions, okay? And on top of it, I am also a student. So to me, optimizing everything is very, very important because I need to produce constantly very beautiful artwork, not only to post and everything, but in general for my teachers and my clients, and in a very, very short amount of time. So I need to make sure that everything looks the best, but without spending too much time on unnecessary things, or not really unnecessary, but if I can optimize it, I will. I won't be putting that extra mile or that extra effort if I know that I can skip it to achieve a similar result, basically. Because currently for me it's not much about taking my time and really enjoying what I'm doing, but rather making sure that I am finishing, making sure that I'm finishing and quickly. So yeah, It's um it's about having your priorities. If you prefer taking your time, and you don't have pressures from teachers or clients and everything, um just take your time, do take your time, and you should, and enjoy it, and really do whatever you want, go wild, and don't listen to me how to optimize everything. But really keep in mind certain things like the color variation one, because it does elevate things, it does change, it does a difference, in your paintings, and I see it constantly, and I'm so glad whenever people do apply it, because it's such a beautiful thing, and I really, really enjoy it. Oh my god, it's already been a 1 hour. It's already been 1 hour. This is the longest stream I've ever done, because I've never surpassed the hour mark. I've always done I've always done things that are less than an hour. So wow, wow, wow. Proud of me. Thank you for being here. Even though I am having issues. No matter the issues, thank you so much for being here. So yeah, I'm basically flattening out everything really, really quickly off screen. I'm not precise when it comes to flat colors, just to let you know. I really do not care, because in the end I paint on top of things a lot. You're going to understand in a second, okay? Because I render a lot and I use a ton of layers, so I don't really care whenever I'm not really that precise, because I'm going to be drawing on top of everything, covering everything, no matter what. So who cares, if I'm precise or not? Because I can always, what I do is that I pick the color of the background, and then I basically refine where I should have done better. That's it. Super easy, super quick. Do not care. It's a carefree zone here. Yeah, I have to say though, I deeply admire whoever has very clean lines and very clean line work. I know a couple of people that are like that, and they spend so much time on their line work. They're amazing to look at whenever they're drawing. They're so satisfying. It's so beautiful. Everything is so smooth. But I could never. Like, I don't have the patience for it. I'm not built for it. I won't be doing it. I've already done once an exam about it. I was collapsing badly. So, end of the thing. I'm fine. Okay. I have his hair filled in, and then I'm doing the eyebrows. I'm filling in the brows. Okay. Yeah, what I'm noticing is that the hair is a little bit warm and a little bit too light, but I don't care. It's because if I mess up the colors, I always retouch them whenever um I do the other steps, because of course by painting on top you just change the hues and tones and everything. So I don't care moments whenever I paint, because it's good. It doesn't have to be perfect, and especially what I always keep in mind is that it's something free. So like my life doesn't depend on it. I just want it to be pretty because I want it to be pretty, but there's no pressure for me for it to be pretty. So I can also draw something trash and it's gonna be fine because it's for me. I can stand my trashy artwork. So yeah, I need 1 second. I need to drink something because I'm getting super thirsty. If you have water with you or snacks, go for it. Whew, that was needed. I like your art style. It's brilliant to look at it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I tried literally everything and anything under the sun to make this art style work because I okay, I deeply admire a ton of artists that have very different art style. That's a problem of mine, because I know some artists that if you just look, for example, at their Instagram feed or the people that they follow, they're arti they're always artists that have pretty much the same art style of them. Think about mangakas. Okay, they all follow other mangakas. They are literally just okay, yeah, you can definitely hear my mom probably. Whatever. But yeah, they basically follow people that are just like them or they're doing the same thing as them. Whilst I have a super varied taste in art. I listen to a ton of music, I listen to a ton of artists, I look at a ton of artworks that are totally different. And okay, hold up. You can listen now. I closed the door behind me, so I hope I won't have to work with, or at least against my computer for too long. I just want, I just want it to work. Okay, please work. Okay, it's working. Good. Um. Okay. Okay, please. Okay. Perfect. Ta-da! Okay, this is how it's looking so far. As you can see, I have a super cool tone base. So, what it means is that here you can see, basically all these, like this could be black, this should be black, the mask and um, the leg, while they are very close to a very dark blue, okay? Um, the face is actually slightly towards green, okay? Like I know you perceive it as a pink, but it's actually slightly towards green, so it's slightly cooler toned. And then what is warm is the hair. Right now it's a pretty bright, so I think I'm gonna just try to make something else a little bit more cool tone because I want it to be a little bit more like this. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a little bit more pleasing like this. Because I want, as said, the red parts to be the outermost. interesting. And so I'm cooling this down by shifting the hue towards purple, basically. It looks slightly older like this. I don't know. Yeah, grandpa corpse. Uh, yeah, I've probably exaggerated with the gray now that I look at it because I have a double monitor and that is a struggle. That you have whenever you have a double monitor, one monitor is one color and the other is another. The monitor that I'm seeing it at, it's a decent hue. Um, thank you so much, pizza. Um, basically, it's one color and it's okay. It's a little bit grayish. I'm not a fan. I'm just shifted then a little bit more towards um basically how to annihilate the problem. Okay, yeah. What you do whenever you want something that is dark but you don't want it to dull, and so you don't want like an effect that is like pitch black or too gray, what you do is that you push the you see there is like a point towards the bottom. See that I pushed it towards one edge respect to the other because the other is just gray. Okay, it's just grayscale. So I pushed it towards the other end and so it works. Because you really need to be careful. I want super vibrant colors all the time, and so I try to push it towards the external edges of the triangle, so towards my right instead of towards the left, because towards the left it just goes grayer. And so what I try to do always is to push it towards vibrance, and so it always translates in all things. And so the artwork really thrives whenever I do it because you constantly have a very vibrant color scheme, and so whenever you add more to it, it's going to be really pretty. Also, if you noticed, I'm coloring flat. Well, you probably know me for very vibrant and very variated colors. It's very flat and not so interesting right now. Well, what I am doing right now is to just block in the color so that I can later on duplicate it and underpaint everything with the same grass brush that I used previously, and so that I can color variate it a lot, and so that you have various shades within one color and it should be really really pretty. Because what I want the most from my artworks is that they translate as very vibrant and also pretty much ethereal. And to get that ethereal feeling, I need to underpaint. So now I'm just show you how to do it. Even though I made a tutorial, I think. Yeah, I did. Um, about how to underpaint. It's really really easy. It took me a while to perfect it because how you usually underpaint is to pick one color, okay, and then like let's just say purple, make it very vibrant, and so pick a lilac, and then okay, I'm just chatting here. I'm not even touching my screen, so I'm gonna just chat. So how you usually underpaint is that you take a very vibrant color, a lilac or green. Those are the ones that I see the most, basically. Sometimes a yellow, but not so much. Usually it's the color of my face right now. And so what you do is that you take this kind of color and then you place it slightly into the outmost darkest part of the painting to really make it pop in that kind of sense. And so instead of having a very, very dark spot, because it's a part of shadow, you have a very vibrant color. Okay. The thing is, it means that everything needs to be already rendered properly. Everything needs to be perfect. Um, whilst what I do, because I'm a lazy bitch, is that I merge all colors, all flat colors that I did, whenever I'm satisfied with the use. Not much with the quality. It doesn't need to be a good quality. It can be literally trash. I do not care. Um, Duplicate the layer and then clip it to a new layer and then paint all my colors in, so that when I put it underneath, it keeps the overall shape and so it doesn't bleed outside. That is very important. Um, but at the same time, by lowering the opacity of the main colors, you just make it very vibrant, because underneath there is vibrant colors, but without having to have everything perfect, without having to have everything already fleshed out, everything already done right. Because of course, I love underpainting the traditional way, just adding pop of color, giving it a super vibrant part with the painting and everything, but I like to go crazy, and that is rarely achieved by just painting one color in and giving it pop of colors. So yeah, this is my technique. I hope that you enjoy. The overall thing that I do is that whenever I underpaint the main character, I don't care too much about the color scheme of the painting. And then when I do it again, because I usually do two takes, one at the beginning and this is how it looks like. I do one round of this at the beginning of the painting before I start rendering and everything, and then one at the end with the colors of the overall background or just the painting itself. And it usually works really, really well because it ties in the colors. Because till it's underneath, you can go crazy with it, because in the end you have the main colors popping on top of it, so you're going to read it correctly. While if it's on top, it's going to change the hue of everything, and so you need to be really careful whenever you add something. Okay, there's I usually tweak the opacity of the colors on top. As you can see, it just changed a ton. Hold up, let me show you how it looked at 100%. This is what it looked like at 100%. This is what it looks like underpainted. It's a massive difference and I love it. Let me know what you think in case. But yeah, basically, it just brings a ton of colors together and it brings a ton of life. Uh, what I do, I'm gonna just show you really, really quickly. At the end of the painting is that I take the background color or something similar and then just smudge it around the character like this. Always with a grass brush because I want color variation. I want texture in my paintings, and so I just let that happen, okay? Yeah. Hold up. Okay, now it's charged. If I go silent, it's because I'm waiting for it to charge. So then I lower the opacity. Okay. So basically, it's implementing. It's like the background was slightly foggy. Okay, and the fog is coming into the space that the character is in, so that the character already feels more cohesive with everything by just adding this. It's also very useful if you have this is so interesting. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us, Seth. Learning a lot. Thank you so much. I'm super glad. I just hope it works and it helps you. Whoop, that was my mom. You probably heard there. Whatever. She's talking to my grandpa. And I just hope that it works and that it helps somebody. And just I don't expect people to follow what I'm doing because, sincerely speaking, I don't want to. I don't want you to. I would prefer people to just have fun and experiment more with what they're doing because that's what matters to me. That people experiment are not afraid to use like a grass pack to underpaint. Just experimenting with your tools and really bringing your colors together, or just experimenting in general, really finding what works for you, what you like, not much what you think your art should look like and how your art should be in order to be liked. Like, what are you liking? What do you like? What do you like to paint? How do you like to paint? What works for you, for your schedule, for your clients, whoever you're painting for, what works for that and for that sort of environment, not much for what people tell you or basically say that your art should look like. Hopefully this works. So I am now painting on a new layer. This is very important. I'm painting on a new layer. I'm just demonstrating what I do at the end of the paintings. I would have usually already have, like, my usual rendering and everything, but it does a lot for the colors this step. What I do is that I just do a um, quick paint over on top of everything. I know it looks scary and it's you have to trust me on this, okay? But it really is important. What I do is that I take all the colors of the painting, basically, so the dominant color first, and then adding in some variations that are more vibrant of the base colors. So let's just say the skin is yellow. Like, I know it looks pink, but it's like a shade of yellow, so I'm taking yellow here and I'm putting it around pretty much where the character is, not really paying attention if it's correct. Okay, then the pants were a shade of purple, so I'm picking purple but making it really vibrant, and I'm putting it where the purple parts are, but also around, just giving it a strong variation on top of everything. As you can see, already this brush has a ton of variation in itself. Every single stroke, it has variation. You can customize your own brushes, okay, to have color variation in basically all drawing programs. You have to go into the settings and then pick up something that is like color variation or hue variation, saturation, stuff like that. It's usually pointed at like that. And then you just do it for the whole painting. I try to keep the hues pretty varied, very vibrant, and then bringing it one last time the color of the background to break a little bit the blob that is now of vibrant colors in the middle. So bringing back a little bit of that main color. So right now it's blue, so I'm bringing back some blue. And when it charges, okay, this is good. I usually use overlay, but I always encourage you to use whatever works the most for you. And then I lower it around 12, 15 maximum, okay? Really bring it together. The difference, it's very subtle, but it does a ton because right now what it does, basically the overlay changes the colors beneath it to what it's on top, okay? But to a very lighter version. So me putting it in a very small percentage on top of it, but having incorporated a ton of like background color into it and a ton of shadows and new hues into it basically makes it that I'm mixing the base colors to the background color and all the possible shadows and everything all together on top of everything so that everything is cohesive because if you think about it, I'm starting with one dominant color, then adding a ton of colors that are very different and very far distant from the background color. And then this steps basically re-brings the background color to light and bringing the piece together so that it stays very vibrant, but at the same time it's cohesive. That is the most important thing because if you are working with the dominant colors and you just want to have really good saturation and really good color combos, you need to have at least one dominant color and then really bringing it to life. So yeah, you probably have already implemented this in your art because I know your artworks. You have your dominant colors. You have even dominant palettes. So palettes that you prefer whenever you draw most. But I personally do. I personally have a lot of blues and a lot of yellows. It's usually a palette like that. And the key here is just to make sure that you are implementing the dominant color, but not in a very stiff way, so that it doesn't feel like it's a flat blob of that color, but rather it feels very vibrant, it feels rich, but if you look closely, it's just one color. So yeah, that is the base thing that I do. I'm gonna just turn these off really quickly because right now I'm moving to shadows. Because these, as I said, are the last touches that I do, but they help a ton with the colors. By the way, I just noticed just 30 minutes left, so oh my god, I need to speed up so much. um, I'm trying. Um, by the way, most brushes that I use, I have actually tweaked myself. One thing that you can always do is to make your own brushes. I mean, I use Photoshop, so I don't know much about other programs, but um, I found that sometimes using base brushes like the round, the classic round that there is, they're nice, especially whenever you're starting out to get your feet wet with digital drawing and everything. But sometimes it's best to have some custom brushes to your own needs. They really bring some pieces together because they just give you exactly the texture that you're looking for without looking too hard. What I personally have customized, it's my rendering brush. It's basically okay, I'm gonna just demo here. 1 second, I'm gonna just show you. It looks crazy right now, as always, as all my brushes. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So, what my rendering brush looks like, it's actually based on the default round brush that is default round brush. Okay, every single program has it as a preset, and what I have done is to shrink the edges on the sides to make it slightly oval and tilting it just a little bit to make this slanted oval shape. Then I have added opacity variation to it, but not point variation. What does that mean? That if you have point variation, I'm gonna just quickly demo it if it works, of course. Please, please. No, it doesn't. Okay, but whatever. I'm gonna work with it. Okay, will you work for me? Okay, perfect. Here we are. So, if you add the dynamic shapes and you go in pen pressure, this is different for every single program, okay? But basically, what it does is that it's going to change the size of the brush based on how much um, you're pressing down on your drawing tablet. Okay, so this is very useful if you're doing stuff like lashes and you want to get them in one go. As you can see, it's really, really nice. It's a beautiful shape. Or you want a more precise when it comes to places like this, you know, you want that super thin point. Or you can just remove it as I did because I personally don't like it for rendering. I prefer to have a much more uniform trait, but it's a customization that you can definitely add to your brush. And then there is the difference of opacity based on pressure. So the more you press, the darker and richer the color is, also more flat it is, whilst if you're not pressing that much, you are basically making it more light. Okay, these are the two main customizations that you can add to all your brushes in all programs. Okay, some like Photoshop also allow you to add texture. So basically, they divide the stroke of the brush into tiny, 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 tiny small particles and just scattering slightly so that you have a more textured, grainy brush. Think about as a grainy pencil texture. Okay, you can achieve that kind of texture like that. Maybe with a little bit of opacity variation and definitely a point variation. So based on the stroke, because if you think about you using a pencil, if you are pressing down on the pencil and being really really hard on your tablet or like in this case like on the paper, it's going to be full on color, it's going to be black, it's not going to have that much texture, and you're going to have the full tip of the pen pressing onto the paper, and so it's going to be one big stroke. Whilst if you lift it and you're being much lighter, the stroke is gonna be just the tip of your pencil, and so it's just going to be much thinner and much lighter. So definitely, if you want to achieve something like that, that is just an example, of course, but like try to experiment with it and try to see what really works for you. And personally, the brushes that I've customized are this one, and then the line art one. And I've made brush that I called sick line art, translated from Italian because sick, and I use it for line art. Very easily and very straightforward. I usually keep it around 10 pixels. Um, and then, yeah, basically what it does is that it has a very uniform, no variation whatsoever in the opacity whenever you draw, no matter the pressure. Right now I'm being really, really heavy, right now I'm being really, really light, no pressure variation, and also no tip variation. So it's just one straight line, but it does have, if you zoom in a lot, if you notice, it does this small bleeding. If you notice here and here, it does this like small bleeding, and I really enjoy it. It adds a lot. Same for the other variation of this brush that has a little bit more changing and variation. As you can see, see the bleeding effect a lot more. I use this whenever I'm sketching because I really enjoy the bleeding effect. I tried to add opacity changing to this. Not a fan of it. I do see an artist that is Chinese. I completely forgot the name. I'm so sorry. But they use a similar brush, but with variation of opacity, and it looks really realistic in their style. Personally, for mine, not so much. Not a fan. Also, this one I've changed for myself. It's basically what I use for hair. Um, it has a beautiful variation and it's slightly slanted, so I'm super happy and satisfied whenever you see this tip right here. So yeah, that is me geeking about brushes, and I hope that it inspires you a little bit into making your own brushes. You can just experiment, but really do not be afraid to steal like grass packs from others and use it, because it's always beautiful to find free resources. Gumroad has a ton of them, so definitely check Gumroad out in case you haven't already for brushes, because there's a ton for all kind of purposes. Also, Clip Studio Paint has its own inner server that you can redeem points into. Like I think it's called Marketplace, and it's basically a sort of marketplace where you get your brushes, and there's literally a ton of stuff there. I personally don't know much about it because I've always seen people use it, and so I know there are also 3D models there. But that's it. That's my end. That's the end of my knowledge about it, because everything else I don't know, because I am a Photoshop user. Photoshop forever. I love Photoshop. Photoshopping. Even though right now it's not working that well. It's okay though. What I am doing, oh my god, that is thick. So thick of a line. Yeah, because right now I'm not touching the screen, like the not the screen, the drawing tablet. I'm not touching everything. It's just charging, and you can tell when I was drawing live that was the very opaque strokes, and then the full ones are just the computer rendering it. Oh my god. Um. So now I am establishing the shadows, and I am trying to just keep the shadow. I usually try to keep the shadow towards the face, so it's like they have a lamp in front of the face. Think about like a studio, okay, like a photographic studio. They have the lamp. They're facing the lamp, okay, because it's usually a little bit better. You have a better read of the expression and of the character, and so you can get that really easily if you keep the lamp facing towards the character. Of course, the con is that it's hard to make it interesting. It's just plain light towards the character, and so you have to really work to make it interesting later. What I like to do otherwise is to keep it a little bit on the side, but definitely always keeping the character at the center of the attention, because what I want to do is to just make sure that the drawing is readable at first glance, because it's very important whenever, especially if you're doing a fan art, that you can make the character as recognizable as possible, because you want people to go like, oh my god, it's that person, because that's the point of a fan art. You're making it because you want the person to be recognized, because you like the person. We stand Bossman here. Oh, by the way, hold up. I want to see if it still works. I want to see if it still works in chat. Yes! Oh my god, it does! It does! It does! That's so beautiful! I'm so happy. But yeah, if you write the command, the exclamation mark, and then corpse, it basically Nightbot will tell you till death. I've made this super cute command, and I am so proud of myself because it finally works. I remember doing literally 2 lives where it wasn't working, and I was so freaking sad because I think it's such a cute thing to have, you know. I find it such a beautiful and small detail that I'm so glad to have incorporated in my lives. You know, like why having like very um, important things when you can have a robot telling you till death, you know? Oh, cute. Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you think so. Because, like, come on, it's a cute thing. It's a cute thing to have. Like, a corpse husband inspired thing. It's nice. So, yeah. Okay. How it is looking so far. It's looking like this. So, the more tired I am, the sillier I get. I'm so sorry. You have to put up with me. But basically, um, this is how the shadows are looking like. I know they look atrocious. Trust the process, okay? But as you can see, I have the light being basically here, okay? And so it's coming here and it's bouncing here. So that basically what I am doing is keeping the points of interest that are the face and a little bit of the arm in first. As first things, you have this part that is most, and then the arm a little bit in light, whilst this part that is not the part that I interest us is just in shadow, so who cares, it doesn't get registered that much, um, because I don't want it to be registered. And also at the end of it, I will be blurring this part, keeping only the face as a focal point that is without blur. So you have also that small contrast that leads the eye. Because if you think about it, think about your eyes. Okay, right now you're probably watching the screen. What is in focus, so what is neatly seen, is the screen, but everything else around you is blurred. Okay, so what I want to do always in my paintings is to replicate it with using blur to have only the point of interest as very, very neat, and then everything else is slightly blurred. I usually only do 4% of blur. It's a super, super small detail. You don't notice the difference, okay? But it does to your brain because it replicates what you usually see and how you usually perceive your surroundings. So, what is neatly seen is going to be the point of interest that is also the most rendered, that is the most in light. And so, your mind is going to go there. Everything else is going to be perceived as rendered, as part of it, as environment, as vibrant and everything, but it's not there for your interest. It's there to bring you to the point of interest. Many artists actually that are very, very big and I deeply admire them, like Vlop. I don't know if you know him. Basically, does this by rendering very, very finely the skin of the main character and the focal point that he wants to convey, and everything else actually he leaves very, very rough. So he has very rough textures, very rough. Hold up, I just let's just do a micro study of love because I love his artwork, and also I'm gonna be really honest, Photoshop is not collaborating that much. So it's okay. So let's bring up a beautiful Google Chrome. Google Chrome. So okay. I'm picking Instagram. It's one of his main platforms, and we are adding it. Look up Blob. I'm making a new sprite on the spot, so you can see everything that he does. Because even though they're pretty different from what I am doing or what I personally like, um, I think it's very important to check various artists and various professionals because you want to gather as much as information, but especially as much expertise as they do. So let's pick this painting. This painting is very beautiful and very explicative. So let's just do this. Right now you're going to see a black point. Don't worry. I'm adding. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I'm bringing it down. There you go. Okay. Let's see this painting. Okay. I'm finishing up with one of my favorite artists, so I'm really, really glad. So hold up, let's make it pick up also my cursor so at least you can see my cursor, hopefully. Okay, so let's check Lop out. So if you notice, what is very, very well rendered is, okay, my custom cursor just popped out. Let's just go for I always have a custom cursor and I'm super indecisive every single time. Let's just do one random here. Okay, I picked this. Whatever. It's going to appear eventually. Well, this part of block, if you notice, the arm and the face and everything is just perfectly lit. You know, think about the parts in light. Here you have the light and the light on top of her hair because that's the main point. Okay, So your attention is right here. Also, the jacket and the various folds is everything really, really well drawn. It's really well rendered. If you notice though, everything else, it's not that well rendered. Like, look at the passengers passing by. These people, they're literally like splatters of color, okay? They're not well rendered. Here too, like, see, this is the rainy texture. It's not really finely rendered. Also here, the this building, see, you have this sign, but it's really just one block of color plus other to make it seem like it's a sign. It's giving an idea, but it's not that finely rendered. Also, this building here, it's a ton of just dots to give you the idea that here there is one building that it's or a sign at least that is very luminous, and so you're noticing it also here, but it's not that finely rendered. Well, her face, look at the hair strands, look at the quality. You have literally all the possible details into her, how it's called, headphone, okay? And so what you do is that you go to the most neat part, which is her face, which it's what he wants. Well, of course, he also uses the trick of the triangle. So as you can see, she is standing in a triangle shape. Your brain, whenever it sees a triangle, you go to one of the main points. Right now, it's going to the main point right here, that is her head, okay? But yeah, he's basically using a ton of this sort of quote-unquote tricks, or just using his painting really, really smartly to optimize rendering everything, but rather focusing this render and his effort on the things that he wants you to see. And so he is winning because he's optimizing everything. He's getting a ton of these kinds of paintings really, really quickly, okay? He's just on it. He does them constantly. Why? Because he has optimized his schedule, his workflow, because he paints only really, really finally what he wants you to see and what he wants you to focus on, not much everything else. Okay, so yeah, I hope that works for you and that you find it helpful. I do it since I noticed it. I won't be showing you much of his other artwork because it's a little bit more on the déshabillé point. Yeah. Um, Definitely stunning. Definitely check out their artworks, and I just hope that it can inspire you. Maybe I find another artist that I really, really admire, and it's Sam Dazat. Basically, of course, it's a very different person, and with a very, very different style. But I deeply, deeply enjoy um, his work too. You probably have seen his artworks too. Let's pick this one. Okay. They're all over Instagram. He's super talented and super famous, and I'm so glad because I've been following him for quite a while. Back when he was just starting to do stylized drawings, and I'm super stoked to see him getting the recognition that he deserves because he's amazing. Look at this, okay? As you can see, of course, like immediately bouncing onto this girl, and you can see that everything. Oh yes, you know him? I've discovered it quite a while ago, but been a big fan since then. And so basically, if you notice the background, like this station, yes, it's detailed. Like you can see there the strips, and the cars and the various markets and there are the various cables, but it's not as finally done as the face of this being, and then also this structure behind her, you know? So basically, it's always the same thing. What he did though, he blurred only from this column, basically from this point on. Basically, if you notice this part and the part of the cat, it's not as finally blurred as much as the rest. Hold up, I'm closing it. Sorry, I didn't notice you were not seeing here. But basically, if you notice the parts of the cat, it's not as blurred as the rest of the background because he opted for a more cinematic and dynamic sort of blur. So it's really, really beautiful. Also, what I do admire of his work is the shapes, how blocky some things are. If you notice this, absolutely stunning. But if you notice, it's like bam, 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 bam. You know, it's just very blocky, very quick, and very textured, and I really, really enjoy it. Of course, it's very, very different from Love that has a very soft sort of style, but it's interesting how these two artists that are very, very different from one another use light and various tricks to really convey their artworks and what they're trying to convey to you and to portray without too much no, too much effort. At least um, for them, like they really are smashing it because they have their technique and style down. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, I love how he's also experimenting more with POC characters with different types of faces because he was, I think he was recently um accused of like drawing just pretty girls, and I love how he really took that to heart and said, okay, you say I only draw pretty girls, now I'm drawing a ton of stuff and look at how pretty it is, and I'm super happy to see him going out of his comfort zone and trying different things because he is absolutely smashing it. I think it's really, really stunning whenever just in general creators are capable of taking a certain criticism and just bringing it home and absolutely smashing it and even growing even more, you know. And so yeah, guys, my time has finished. Thank you so much for being with me today. I deeply hope that you find it insightful or you just enjoyed it. I tried to condense as much things as possible. Thank you so much, and I'll see you probably next time. Okay? Bye bye. Thank you.